Wemby
Yeah.
might be at risk of missing the um. If he doesn't, all he needs to play is one more game, or he doesn't make the 65 game rule.
Yeah, you got to play 20 minutes in one game.
Yeah, it's peak.
What did he actually injure, though?
Huh?
What did he actually injure?
I think rib contusion last night or something like that. But
Oh,
his ribs didn't even get touched. It looked weird.
if I'm him, I go out there, right? Stand on the court and just stand there. Don't go up,
Fair.
don't go down. I stand there 5 minutes. Stand
I'm
there
sure.
5 minutes. If I'm Cade, I would be doing the same thing. I'm go out there, puncture. I'm just going out there. I'm gonna hold my lung. I'm gonna pass the ball, bro. I'm getting my money. I'm doing it somehow. I'm just cheating the system, and I'm gonna say cool.
To be fair, Cade's lucky because in last year he signed his contract, so he's all good.
But he can get an extra, like if he's 2-time All NBA, he can get the 300. He can get a mad thing deal.
So Sham said today, I'm told the Spurs are not anticipating this to be a major injury. X-rays return negative. So, but I don't think they've given the full update. But it's even like Luka. His agent said they're gonna apply for what's the term? 'Cause basically, when Luka's daughter was born, he got like exception leave because he actually flew for the birth and missed 2 games, innit?
Oh, okay.
So they're going to say there's mitigating circumstances as to why.
Yeah. So, because you can apply for that if you're within the threshold and he's in the threshold. So, whereas if he was injured, it's not mitigating circumstance.
They need to scrap this rule. Just scrap the rule, man. I don't know why this Adam Silver, man. He might get shot
So
soon.
it was made with good intention, though.
Yeah, no, it was. But now, like, this season, bro, and Cade, Luka, and
Jokic nearly,
potentially Wembley. Yeah, if Jokic misses, I think 2 games or something like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's only a few left, but
And now Adam Silver in these rules, and he's like, I'm not budging on them. You're gonna have the worst All NBA teams you've ever seen.
you're gonna have
So be it.
men that are all NBA that don't deserve it. You
This is
can't
the
say
thing.
so, yeah, bro. Just for argument's sake, 6 or 7 of the top MVP candidates, and 5 of them don't make it because they're all 1 or 2 games from the
No,
threshold.
I get it, but he tried to do something, innit? He tried to do something about these players with the load management and stuff, innit?
Yeah, but imagine that. Imagine, right? Say they would have played 64 games and all the main MVP candidates got injured at the same time, out for the season, right? Who are you then giving MVP to after Jaylen Brown, Luka, Jokic, Wemby, Shea, Cade? Who are you giving MVP to now?
Are you saying for this instance or just a hypothetical?
This instance, it could happen.
It could happen. Who are you giving MVP to?
Give it to LeBron James.
No,
He's
but
not
right
eligible,
now,
bro.
he's not eligible. Yeah.
Cold
Who
out
are you
there,
going to give
bro.
it to?
It might be Kevin Durant.
Give it to KD, Bam and
Are you going to
Debayo.
give, like, who are you giving Defensive Player of the Year to?
But
give it to Rudy,
for the
innit?
scoring title, Luka's eligible for that. It's mad. It's weird.
It doesn't make sense, but that's the shame. They need to change. They need to fix the rules.
This is the first or second year though, isn't it?
It's the first year of it, isn't it?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
This 65 game rule?
Just 60, yeah.
Second, because we spoke about it on the pod last year.
It's all it is to do is to stop load management, right?
Yeah, that's
all
one
the
of the main reasons.
I've actually got injured this year.
But that's my thing. If you should count the games where you're not injured, but count the games where you're resting, where you're fit and healthy, you count those games, and then you don't count the games where you're injured. Like,
so right now, I'm just looking.
Nah, that's too much of a dark heart, though.
Because Jaylen Brown's played 69, so we don't need to worry about that. I'm just going through the top teams. Let me go roster. Well, I mean the players that are in contention, I should say. Because Cade had played 61, and he's basically out. And they're not going to bring him back because obviously playoffs, and they've actually survived. They're more or less going to wrap up the 1 seed, so
they'll be good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be fine. But it's just like,
So those are the
It's only
two
it's
in East.
it's only because all NBA now affects how much money you can make.
So
That's what
Shay's fine because Shay's played 66, so he can sit out the rest of the season. Well,
that's
actually, he
nice.
won't because they want to wrap up the 1 seed as well. Wemby is on. Wemby's on 63 games. But I think, yeah, they were saying he just needs to play one more.
120
Because I,
minutes, yeah.
yeah, because I don't think the app has taken into account the NBA Cup and he played the final on that one. They don't add that in the 82 game season.
They're just making stuff up then, basically, aren't they?
But it still counts as a game, though.
A game, yeah.
Yeah,
It has to. If you played, it's a game.
yeah. Because that one, it doesn't count on like the record of the 82 games, but it's like,
Yeah,
bro,
it's a separate kind of game, innit?
yeah. Uh, Jokic is on, oopsie, roster. I hate how slow the NBA app can load sometimes. Jokic is on 63. So if he was to be out for the final 3-4 games this week.
Yeah. This is the
By the
thing.
way, Jokic just showed why he's the best player in the NBA.
Yeah, but I feel, I've been
He's
saying this for
still
a
the
while.
best player in the NBA.
I don't think Jokic is not going to not be the best player in the NBA for the next like 5 years. It's kind of hard to like. His game doesn't require anything athletic.
Yeah, you don't do them things, man. He's very efficient, really.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what annoys. It's deep down annoys the American media. Him and Luka. It's like
Mhm.
they're not athletic. They slow the game. They play at their own pace, and you still can't stop them. And they don't like Jokic, especially. Even when Giannis was on top, none of them care about being the face of the league. So,
No. The weird thing about Luca is though, he was actually majorly athletic when he came into the league.
bro,
I just think he looked at something and said, "Hold on, wait, I ain't got to do this. Okay, I don't have to do this.
He might
I'll
have
do that
spoke
for
to
1 year."
Jokic.
He did it for 1 year. He did it for the first year. Didn't make the All-Star team and said, this American game is about scoring points, not doing all
quick
this other
one.
stuff.
Ant has played 60 games.
So he's not eligible either.
No. I remember them
Why?
saying once it was confirmed because he missed the last couple games. I think he was ill or something like that, or he's got something wrong with his knee, so there's slight concern even going into the playoffs.
Hey, like we spoke about with the NFL, the NBA going to learn the lesson. When they don't have their superstars there, because you want them to run themselves into the ground to play these 65 games, when you don't have your superstars there in the playoffs, and you get what you got when you're having Halliburton, you're having OKC versus the Pacers, and your ratings are down. I'm happy with OKC versus Pacers because it was pure basketball. But you get what I mean? You have to understand that all basketball fans aren't basketball fans like that. They're there to watch superstars.
Quick one. Kawhi's played 62 so far, so he can't miss no more games to make All NBA.
Yeah, Kawhi.
Shout out him for getting that far, though.
And he's
Yeah,
he's been great.
he has been.
He's
He's
actually
been
been
one of the best
great.
players in the NBA.
Huh?
He's been one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah. I just don't think people thought he was gonna make the threshold one, and then obviously the way the Clippers started the season, which was obviously without him, but it's like he showed
Yeah,
his
Joe's frozen.
worth and importance. Because go back to your point, sorry, on the best players all kind of missing out. Do you think then they should minimize the amount for both of you? Actually, minimize the amount of games played in season. 'Cause obviously, the old heads will be like, "Oh, we were all playing like 82 games, blah blah blah," but now the game is quicker. We're seeing peak injuries occur even more. It's like, ugh.
I think they can get the games down to like 75,
I'm not a fan of reducing the games. I think we should play the same 82. I just think this rule should just not be in place that you have to play 65 to be to be eligible for awards. I like the 82. I feel like it's the way the league has been and the way the league should be. I don't think we should change anything that people did before. Obviously, we now understand the science behind it and the more, knowledge we have of the human body. But that means we should be able to do more. Do you get what I mean? If they could do it back in the day, why can't we do it today? And I understand, okay, load management, this and that, but back in the day, they weren't managing that with that type of way. You saw all the superstars playing 82 games. Yes, they had shorter careers, but they're also known as legends for it and that sort of stuff. So, at the end of the day, it comes down to the person and the human being. Some people play 82, some people don't.
But I feel like now on that, it's even if the players do want to play now, it's more or less like the team sports scientists that would be like, yo, they got to rest. And again, going back to the speed of the games now is even more end to end. Like they might say, oh, there's not as much defense, but the offense is even to another level, bro. Like you have to keep up with man regularly scoring 30. You got to put 30 every night as well. And
That's true.
all that stuff either take its toll on its body and how they work in the off season. Like some players say, I think in fact, this might have been an NFL thing I might have listened to. It's the reason why injuries occur then is because they're not getting their body strong enough for actual contact stuff within the off season, like in terms of pre-season stuff, or NFL when they do the training camp games. Yeah, like I think it might have been on Nightcap or something like that, and they were saying those days, like it was still very physical, innit? You get me?
Yeah, I
So their
agree with you.
bodies prepping for the season
I think the threshold should be lower though.
in terms of.
In terms of 65 games, it should actually be at least like 50.
No, for me,
Be to
well,
be
that's
all
very low.
NBA.
That we'll
Well,
come
that's
back to
very
that
low.
part.
50.
Yeah, that's low. We'll come back to that part, but because I feel like this is two separate conversations. The threshold of games is like NBA awards and stuff like that, but in terms of the pace of the game, like Jacob said, he doesn't want them to cut down to the 82 games because, like, bro, that's what we want as a product, isn't it? But then the give to that take is that's why players aren't willing to play as much and protect themselves, say, for the postseason because the risk of injury or the injury numbers have increased in terms of longer term ones.
Pace of the game has increased because the style of play of the game has changed. So obviously it's 3 and D right now. You get what I mean? There's so many threes being put up that it's end to end because it's shoot, 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 shoot. That's the way a team decides to play. If a team decides, and obviously it's the best style to probably win, but you see OKC, they shoot the three, but Shea is mainly a 2-point shooter, a mid-range shooter. You get what I mean? Like the speed of the game is determined on how your team decide to play it. So that's kind of their own problem. And I'm not blaming these teams for these things, but that's your own problem in terms of you can go into half court sets. You can do things that they used to do back in the 90s and the early 2000s. It doesn't have to be everyone is the same, because if everyone's the same, the best team at doing that is always going to win. You get what I mean? Like everyone tried to copy the Warriors, but the Warriors were the best team at doing what they were doing, so the Warriors were going to win. Like that's what I'm trying to work. That's my thing in terms of the games and the speed. And I just think for me personally, 82 has just been the standard to play. And going into the NBA season that you should be ready for an 82 game season. I feel like in the off season, people aren't getting their bodies ready to play the 82 game season and taking enough rest. I think it's because what's happening is they're finishing the season, taking a week off and going straight back into training. And you're like, hold on, you're not taking a break because you don't want to take a break. Granted, you want to improve, but then you can't complain about the season and taking time off during the year when you had the time to take time off in the off season, but you chose to train every single day every day of the week. Understandably, yes, you want to be right and you get paid all this money to do that. But the rest is what's going to help you get through the year. Like when preseason used to be a time to get fit. Now preseason is a time to, play your hardest essentially. It's weird. It's same in football. Like everyone in the off season, you finish the season. A week later, man are saying, "Oh yeah, cool, I'm back in training, doing this and that." I'm thinking, bro, you just finished. Let
Mm.
your body have a break. But hey,
Dad, you can go back to your 50 games for NBA awards. We can move on to the threshold talk now then, in terms of the games threshold.
No, all I'm saying is like they've seen what 65 games is like now for these awards. Maybe they can see that, okay, 65 might be a bit too much. Maybe they should lower it. Only so it protects the product of the game, innit?
Mm.
But whether or not Adam Silver's gonna have that, gonna want to have that conversation, we don't know. But I guess if more people start talking about it, then he would want to. He's gonna have to do something about it.
Because I think, was it either just after the All-Star break or sometime last month, he was asked about the 6-5 game and he basically doubled down and was like, yo, not changing it. But now this was before we heard about players missing it. But at that time, this is when players were at risk of missing it. And
yeah,
some of those that were at risk are now actually missing all NBA teams. And that we spoke on a recent episode of how good the NBA is in terms of the top players is just so spread out. Like this year, we've legit got at least 5 MVP candidates. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying at
It's good
least.
though.
Do you know what I mean? Like, or candidates that could have won MVPs in other years. Whereas, like, in a lot of years, it's usually a 2-3 man race max. This year has been going like, obviously, there's been the top 2, top 3, but the 4, 5th, 6th, they're all like, yo.
But do you know what I think? Yeah, they should either lower the amount of games played or lower the threshold, but they shouldn't do both because I feel like one will solve the other.
they're gonna learn
I
when
think I'll
Payton Pritchard gets MVP one year.
say that
That's
again,
when
Jacob.
they're gonna learn when Payton Pritchard gets MVP one year. That's when they're gonna learn their lesson.
No, but if he gets it, he deserves it.
No. See,
He deserves it.
every year, one year, everyone's just gonna be hurt, right?
You
And they're
have to
gonna have to
tick the
give it to
boxes,
like,
bro.
nah, because that's what that no.
He can continue winning 6 man if he's not going to start.
My thing's just, bro, when it comes to that MVP, it's such a prestigious award, and we're now putting stipulations, and we're putting stipulations on all these other things. When, if I'm a voter, right, and this is me being dead serious, if I'm a voter and Wemby don't play these last few games, I'm putting Wemby on my ballot for Defensive Player of the Year, and everyone should vote just Wemby. No other vote. Just vote for who it actually is, and then let the league figure it out.
Oh,
And
but
if
you're
I'm a
talking about a
voter,
protest. That's what you're talking about.
No,
but that's
but
the only way I think. Go on.
on that, I was listening to Chris Broussard, and he said before the game's threshold, he naturally used to take games fresh into account anyway. So it's not he'd have a number in his head, but if a player hasn't played enough games, then he'll kind of mark them down. Like they'll still kind of be on his ballot, but he'd mark them down. So I think again, going back to Jacob's point, that's probably the way. Just trust the voters, if that makes sense. Like, like last year, we knew Wemby was on course to win Defensive Player of the Year, but last year was legit in terms of he fully didn't play enough games once he had the blood clot. Like, was it before the All-Star break or something, and just had to
Yeah.
sit out the rest of the season? Like, he'd played half the season, but everyone knew at that point he was going to win Defensive Player of the Year. And rightfully so, he didn't win it because he didn't play the second half, innit? And we've seen it with Anthony Davis. Before Wemby came in, Anthony Davis was the best defensive player in the league, but he just wasn't playing enough games in certain seasons when he could have won it. So it's like, boy,
It's true. It's true. I'm just, you're right in saying it's a protest, Edge, but I'm just saying, look, vote for the people who you want to vote for. I would just be writing down the person I want to vote for at this point. If it's Cade, I'm writing down Cade. I don't care about these rules because at this point they had valid reasons. What, you can't stop a punctured lung. You can't stop certain injuries that have happened to certain players. Do you get what I mean? certain things are just abnormal when they're happening. And because we haven't played enough games, but you played most of the games up until then, it's not like they were load managing and this and that. These guys are young. Most of these guys that are up for the award now anyway are young. The oldest person in the running is Jokic. So everyone else is young. Their injuries are natural. It's not like they're load managing like LeBron or Steph or KD or Harden, for instance. So I just feel like, bro, put the ballot that you put the name down on the ballot you want to vote for. If the league say you can't vote for them, say, "Cha, that's my vote. Do what you want. Pick it yourself." Then
That you did a funny face when I said trust the voters.
History will serve, or history will tell that you can never trust the voters, bro.
In terms of, I feel like MVPs.
Everything.
I've rarely ever said MVP. They've got it completely wrong. Like
yeah,
MVPs, I genuinely
yeah,
agree with the recent ones. I've generally agreed with them. Or I'll be like, okay, cool. You can argue it, but I don't feel like it's completely wrong.
Embiid shouldn't have won MVP that year.
His MVP, I'm not mad at it. I'm genuinely
No.
not mad at it though.
Yeah, I just don't think he should have won. I think, to be fair, Jokic could have been the MVP of the last 5-6 years.
Yeah. That's why for me,
And
Jokic is the best player in the NBA.
And LeBron, a lot of the time when they were just giving it out, should have been MVP. Do you get what I mean? But they were taking into consideration, oh, he's playing with the Heat now. He's got this. They were doing, he's got this and this player with him, not he's the MVP. He's got this and this player playing with him, so we can't now give him the award. Do you
Yeah.
get what I mean? So I feel like even when Steph and KD were playing together, well, they're not going to win the award because they're now playing together. They're not. They're
They're
playing with
cancelling
each
each other out, innit?
Yeah, but that's not how it should work in my mind. Like, I feel like Luka should have won an MVP or two by now.
Mm.
In
I
Dallas,
think so.
Mate, LeBron James, obviously, I'll somewhat question, but I feel recent history is more or less there's debatable ones. There is debatable ones, but even Embiid, yeah, I'm just double checking, bro. Man was 33 and 10.
Look, his numbers were
Like,
insane. I'm just saying, I think Jokic had a better year, and it's mad to say that, but I think Jokic did have a better year than him.
cause let me see the standings that year as well.
I feel like the
'Cause
year Giannis won it, Harden should have won it instead. I think that was Giannis's first one.
there was maybe I think you're right. There was 1 year I felt like, or 2 years, they should have switched.
Yeah.
I think there was 1 year the only year Harden won it. I probably thought Giannis should have won it, and then a year because Giannis has 2 in it. So,
I've definitely heard you say that before.
but it was like they were making up for it. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's weird one because there was maybe one time I was like, maybe Harden should have 2 in it. But like when narratives have been set. So going back to Luka, when narratives have been set, we've heard what people have been saying the month of March when he put up a historical run. Yeah, but they're not making valid reasons. It's just they don't like him. They don't like.
That's the thing.
They just need to admit they don't like his moaning to the referees, which was annoying at the beginning of the season. But like, from a basketball point of view, you can say he's the best offensive player in the game.
Oh, 100%. But you know,
So
when you don't like someone or when you don't want to vote for someone, you'll take everything into consideration to not vote them. It's
You'll
quite
find a
simple.
reason.
Yeah. That's the thing. If you do, though, if you like how many MVPs does Tim Duncan have?
good question.
Yeah, that's definitely one worth Googling. I'm not even sure he has any.
Nah, he does.
Yeah, how many MVPs does Tim Duncan have?
2.
He has
What,
2.
what years were they?
2001, 2, and then the following season, back to back.
Yeah, man, I wasn't watching basketball back then.
Tim Duncan Tim Duncan is the best power forward ever, right? 2 MVPs, okay, cool. You give it to him, just the 2, but I feel like Tim Duncan.
You're gonna say he should have had more.
Probably.
Yeah, but those days, it's like
those days was
he's playing against Shaq, Kobe. Cause remember, Kobe's
Kobe
only
got
got
many
one.
though.
Kobe's only got one.
Kobe got 1.
Yeah, but Shaq scored, is it 3?
how much does LeBron have though? He has, how many does he have?
4.
1. Four.
Man's got 4.
Four?
Yeah.
But this is
MJ's
what I
got
mean. That's what
MJ's
I'm
got
saying.
6.
They got it wrong. They would definitely got it wrong because what they were doing is like they do in the NFL. Voters fatigue. Oh, he got it last year. No disrespect to Josh Allen, but he got it, so we're gonna give it to him. Do you get what I mean?
I feel like with the end of that Josh Allen one, and no disrespect if they take it.
Here we are again.
That's the only voters fatigue NFL one
We
we've
had
kind
to, we
of
had to
really
switch
seen.
sports for this.
No.
No. I'm just. It was
The
just the
voters
way. Just
fatigue thing happens more in the NBA for sure, but for the Allen one, that happened in the NFL. Just put it out there.
yeah. Because they're going, oh, we can't vote this person. Because if the NFL happens all the time, because if it was really that, Patrick Mahomes would have had 4 or 5 MVPs right now. Let's be real.
Hmm.
Let's really be real. He'd have had 4 or 5 MVPs right now, and that would have been that. But
I'd say
because
with his one,
I'll say 3.
yeah, 3.
4 or 5
There
is
was one
stretch.
year Rodgers took it off him last minute, but it's like the numbers, just like, cool.
yeah,
Innit?
but
You get
Rodgers'
me?
numbers were always. Do you get what I mean? Rodgers has got 4 MVPs and nothing really to show for it. 1 Super Bowl.
Yeah, but MVP's
not
regular season, bro.
Yeah, man. The voting's done before postseason.
It's like who, for instance? Well, if Jokic had a 4th, he'd and only 1 championship, but like Jokic is always top 2 in MVP discussions anyway. But just say defensive player of the year, I know it's a bit different, but Rudy Gobert's got 4 and Draymond's got 1. Would you say Rudy's an outright better defender than Draymond?
Bro,
Nah, but you know what they
Draymond,
were
though,
looking at.
he's got a
It's the value
reputation.
for the team that season. Do you know what I mean?
But you know what they were looking at? The blocks and that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
they were mainly looking at. They were just looking at what can they see. Because at the end of the day, it's not it's media that vote on these awards.
Hmm.
That's the thing. It's not like a player's vote. It's media. It's always so someone's gonna have a preference towards someone. Draymond hates them. They don't like Draymond. Rudy Gobert don't say much, but do you get what I mean? It's always gonna be a preference. If you're
So
nice
are
to
you
someone,
saying they should give the vote back to the players because they did? Was it either the 70s or the 80s when the players used
I
to
feel
vote?
like they should give some percentage of the vote back to the players.
Like
Just
kind of like
because,
All-Star.
yeah, definitely. Just because the problem is what you're gonna get is people gonna vote for their friends. Naturally,
Exactly.
that's what's gonna happen.
Or they just won't vote for someone they don't like, and they might be the definitive winner.
Yes. So, like Rudy Gobert, for instance, would have never won it because the NBA players think he's soft.
Yeah.
And that would have been the reasoning why. But if the media votes all outweigh the NBA's votes, then obviously that overrules it. But I just think there needs to be a better way of voting for awards in the NBA and probably in the NFL as well, because the fact that it's just a media award and it's always covered for so long, and they're all now telling them, I'm voting for this person. They're telling you they're voting for this person with 4 months to go. We've got 4 months left in the season, and everyone's criteria is different.
I feel like they're
NFL
liars, though.
Nah, NFL is bad because they don't actually wait for the season to be done when they're giving up these
Bro,
awards.
you get people like Achos screaming, "Oh, I'm voting for this guy because he beat Mahomes." I'm sitting there going, "What the hell is this?"
It's the fact that they put in their vote before week 18. I think even
He's
before
just
week
trying to do a
17.
ratings thing, though. He don't
Even
really
before
means what
week
he
17,
says.
and it's like, bro, like those 2 games or that 1 game could be so
Mean a
valuable
lot.
to a team standing, whether they get to the playoffs or someone in MVP. At least NBA, they actually wait like until after, because I think even on back to Luca on this mitigating circumstance, Chris Broussard said that usually the way they vote electronically, but it's basically immediately after the regular season's done. So they don't even know if Luca's team will have time to put in their to submit their mitigating circumstances thing in time before
Right.
like, because by then Broussard's basically saying we would have selected all NBA and all that stuff.
Okay.
So obviously, if that's the case, they may then slightly delay it, and they could. If it's electronic, then why not, bruv? Like that's where the NFL throw me off, bruv. Just sorry on the players. The final year the players voted in the NBA was the 79-80 season.
Yeah, makes sense. I know they were there for their friends. I know it. Who won it that year? Who won MVP that year by any chance?
MVP 1980. I feel like I was gonna say Kareem as well. It was,
Yeah, see. Kareem probably deserved to win it, but you get what I mean. It's a voting for the friends thing.
but even again, listening to, I think one of the years Kareem won it, either his team had a low, they
Losing
were like,
record, I believe.
yeah, the record was pants. Or like he's
Yes.
won it on a year when the record's been pants or whatever.
hmm
That's like, bro.
The game's changed, isn't it? Everyone, like, you have to have now a win. There's rules to it. You have to have a winning record. You got to play this many games. You have to be this key to your team, like this and this and this and this and this, and then we can give you the award. Like 10 years ago when we were watching, or 5 years ago and watching and that sort of stuff, we were like, okay, cool. Steph Curry is changing the league. This is why we're giving him this award. Steph Curry is now the best player in the league that year. We're giving him the award. I think it's gone away from most valuable. I think it's gone away from we were just giving it to the best player we saw that year to now actually breaking it down as this person is more valuable to their team because their team was bad last season and now they're this and their team's now good this year. I think we should just give it back, just make it the best player in the league award again, bro. Most MVP means the best player in the league for me.
They're never going to do that though, because it's gone too political for that now.
They're now specifically saying you have to break down value and what it means to the team. Bro, no, it's the best
They're,
player in the league award.
they're definitely doing the most in terms of their breakdown, but certain breakdowns I get. If it's like tight, because when I do listen to some of the voters, not just Broussard, like they'll say if certain things tight, then they'll take this into account, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. It's like, and that's where you have to go into very minuscule things. It might seem pedantic or just ridiculous, but it's just like, obviously not every year is like that, innit? You get me? So
But what do you guys think of it? Do you think it should be how much value you have to a team? Or do you think it should be the best player in the league wins the award?
I think it needs to be a balance of both, because I agree with some of the rules there. You
yeah,
can't be on a losing team. You have to have played a decent amount of games. Like certain fundamentals just have to be there for me.
sorry, Dej, on your losing team point, or if they're winning team but low record, like let's just say Russell Westbrook's triple double, yeah, he won it.
As long as
They
the
were the
wins
they were the
outweigh,
6th seed.
The
yeah,
6th seed, yeah?
So I think only him and Jokic have won it as the 6th seed. But it's like, I think even the Jokic year, I remember when it came up recently in conversation, maybe last week or so on Twitter, and I don't know if I said something, but I was like, I fully remember that year when I was like, his competition wasn't good. That's why he won it. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, like the Nuggets, the team was hurt all year, and it was just him. And similar to Russ, no one that the first KD less year or whatever, and
It was.
everyone
It was.
expected OKC to be pants, and he managed to get them to the playoffs with that was a triple double year as well. First time someone's done that as well. So, or since
Since
Oscar
Oscar
or whatever.
Robertson. Yeah.
Like when it's certain years like that, and there's no other real competition or standouts, fair enough. But
but that's
like
a
when
team
it's
with a
like
winning record, though, isn't it?
when it's like this year, you got.
Then you
I
give it to the
don't
best
mind
player in
them
the league.
dissecting certain things a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Because
But that's what I'm thinking. This year, I think you give it to the best player in the league.
so
Because
who's yours this year?
Jokic.
Dej?
Can't really argue with that.
But hold on, Jacob, are you saying it because he's the best player in the NBA?
Yeah. I'm gonna wait for Dej because Dej is thinking. So I don't know.
No, because Jokic, I like to watch him play in it, because I feel like anytime he plays, I feel like the Americans just get mad. But I also like the way Jaylen Brown's been playing since Tatum was out. I like what he was doing for the Celtics.
At this rate, they're just gonna choose his all NBA.
Yeah. Do you know what? We just.
It-
You know what? Jalen Brown.
for MVP.
I like what he's done, bro.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. It's a shout. You get what I mean?
No, it's true. It's true. Because
You know,
again,
my
that
takes will
last year-
always come from a place that is not. I don't go
Yeah, we
down the
know.
roads frequently used, fam.
Yeah, no,
I
I get
think
that.
we know that.
Mhm. We know that for true.
'Cause
Before I say
someone
James
needs-
Harden.
we need an NBA version of Jackson Horse. So- I'm surprised that you didn't say Con Knippel as the MVP, bruv.
Nah, man, Jokic. For me, Jokic has to be the MVP this year because it's a tight race. And if it's a tight race, I then just go, who is the best player? And my mind goes to one place.
I don't think he's in
I
top
think
two.
Shea only won it last. Sorry, go on.
Now, I was just going to say on Jokic, from most voters, because a lot of them have publicly spoke about it, he's not even in their top two. I think he's like
So who's
third, or some people he's got second place votes.
So who's their first two? Shea and
Wemby. So one of the voters, I think
It's an obvious choice, though. Let's be honest.
one of the voters put out something online a couple days ago or last week, and I think he asked other voters. I don't know how they got up to like 100 or something, because I think it's like 130 voters, but Shea had overwhelmingly most of the first place votes. Wemby was second, Jokic was third. I think Luka was fourth and Jaylen Brown was fifth. I can't remember fourth or fifth. It might have been switched around.
when you guys watch the game with your own eyes, who is the best player in basketball?
I think I've been saying it for years. Is Jokic. In terms of value to their team, I believe he's the most valuable player in the league as well, because
I agree.
when he doesn't play, or his plus minus, when he's not on the floor, the Nuggets are useless. It's basically like LeBron back in the day. Like
Mm-hmm.
the Nuggets are completely useless, innit?
LeBron in
He
Cleveland.
carries that team.
Yeah, and he's always there. If Shea gets it, I've not got a problem with it as well. Like,
But he has a really good team, though.
That's the thing, that exactly Shea or not on his team, they're still a playoff team.
Like they can still win.
but Jacob, I think that goes to your point. Like, say 5-10 minutes ago, you were like, no, you didn't say it, but it felt like you indicated maybe the best player on the best team should win it as well.
That's how I think they're voting. That's how I feel like they're voting now. The best player on the best team should win it. But for me, I just feel like the best player in the league should win it. Obviously, if they have a winning record, you can't be the best player in the league and you'd be like the Milwaukee Bucks right now, for instance. You get what I mean? If Giannis was playing and the Milwaukee Bucks had the same record they had, yeah, you can't be winning MVP like that.
Would you take so this is a reason why I'm referencing Broussard again. Shea and Wemby are close in his rankings, because he said if the Spurs overtake them and get the 1 seed, he's picking Wemby. But right now he's got Shea, because there's
Okay.
only 2 games between them. And this is why Shea won it over Jokic last year. And a lot of people thought Jokic should have won it, but there was 18 games between the two, innit?
I think they gave it to Shea last year because they gave it to Jokic the year before. And they were
I just
like,
feel like they wanted Jokic to win 4 in
win
5
another
years.
one. This is the thing. Because LeBron hadn't done it, you know how they start moving? They're like, oh wait, if LeBron ain't done it, if Jordan ain't done it, why are we doing it for this guy?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So do you know how the voters are, man? They're all American. They're all are doing this thing where, oh no, we need to switch it up. Everyone needs it. The sports ain't equal opportunity. I said it the other day. Sports ain't no equal opportunists and give everyone awards because it's fair game. No, give it to the best player. Just give it to the best player. I want to see because MVPs, when they start talking about you know, when people retire and that sort of stuff, and they start saying, oh, this person had 6 MVPs, 5 MVPs, blah, blah, blah. Bro, it goes down into the greatest of all time argument for a reason. You were the best player in the league that year. That's how it's looked at. Not you were the most valuable player to your team.
Yeah. And on that, that's like for me, like with Jokic, for instance, if he did call it, if he won it this year and he called it a day, you can arguably say he should be in top 15 conversations of all time. Like,
He's
because
top
one,
10.
he's the best offense. What? Because he's got 4 MVP. What if he had 4?
He's top 10 of all time anyway.
Top 10 of all time.
He's top 10 of all time. He's top 10 of all
Someone
time.
needs to break into that because the way they protect that top 10 of all time is crazy, bro.
Brother,
I think I'll put him in there, but I need to think about.
Obviously, the old heads, we didn't. That was before our time, innit? But
Joe, these men are all playing on super teams. It needs to be said.
You see the way they struggled to put Steph in after he won his 4th championship was the reason why some had put him in their top 10. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
It needs to be said. They're all playing on super teams back then, man. How many Hall of Famers are all of these men playing on teams? Larry Bird was playing on teams with like 5 Hall of Famers. Magic Johnson was on teams with like 5 Hall of Famers. Bro, come on.
Preach. I remember, I think the year the Lakers got Magic, they weren't even the worst.
MVP.
They weren't the worst team to get the number 1 pick.
Kareem had won MVP the year before. He was the most valuable player in the league, and they got Magic. Come on. Let's be serious about these things, man.
This is why I defend the current age of basketball, because it's not that it's not a level playing field, but it's like the best teams can't stay together long because of the cap situation and all that stuff.
Of course.
Like, you're going to have to break it up. Unless the players decide, all right, cool, we'll get underpaid. Basically, like when Miami joined the Big Three in the Heat, they all took a pay cut to join. I think OKC last year, they smartly gave paid Jalen Williams and Chet, but it was like their maxes were different, if I'm not mistaken. I think maybe, was it rookie max? I might be wrong or something like that.
They're still on over 50 more a year. Yeah.
Yeah, OKC done it at a time where they knew they can still maintain them and then Shea for a long time. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
I've got a big problem with it's a discussion for another day, but I got a big problem with the way they protect the top 10 and all this and the players and this. My thing, and they use this award and you have to win this many championships to be in there, bro. It's a team game. You have to play on a team. You man all got put in situations. I'm not saying you got put because the league wanted superstars. You got put in situations to win instantly. Some men have had to build from the ground up, be on terrible, terrible teams, and then build to get to the point where they could win. Look at LeBron in Cleveland. Terrible. His teammates didn't even want him there at the start. They still didn't want him there, even when they had to get rid of them to start winning. Then he had to leave to win. Then they had to come back, deal with more nonsense, won again. Do you get what I mean? Steph had to grow and build through. KD couldn't even win with OKC, and look who they had. He had to move to the Warriors to win. Then he's been on the move ever since. Bro, these men got life. They got life, I'll be honest. Shaq got a trade to play with Kobe. When does that happen?
Right.
How do you get a trade and Kobe stays? And you get the best player in the league? The most dominant player in the come on, let's be real. If that's today, right now, Giannis is trying to leave Milwaukee, right? The team that gets him has to blow up their team. The superstar is leaving.
Yeah, facts.
Right now in the NFL, Myles Garrett's trying to leave Cleveland. If he goes to the Cowboys, George Pickens is going the opposite way.
And more.
Superstars have to leave now. This is the thing. Back then, they were managing to work and swindle ways of superstars to stay. I'm thinking, bro, this don't make no sense. Yeah, 5 Hall of Famers on one team. When do you see that at?
It's so hard to maintain a great team. Unless the Warriors were one of the only ones, even just a pre or post KD, because, for instance, Draymond went on the max. And then I think there was one year Clay didn't hit a threshold and he was fuming.
Yes, he didn't
make all NBA in it. I can't remember what the reason was for, but obviously he would have got paid more in it and stuff like that. It's just like,
and
bro.
They're lucky that Steph got injured, had injury problems, and signed on a $44 million deal over 4 years. So he was on $11 million a year. Draymond was making more than him. Clay was making more than him until he signed a mad ting deal. So you're forgetting
Steph making 44 million over 4 years.
This was all between the era when they were winning championships, bro. That's how they could get signed KD. He was on $11 million a year.
I didn't even know that.
Check that though. Check that. So make sure you check that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't recall.
Man put the
Please
number
check
out
that.
there and said, check that.
But I remember it was something small. Draymond was making more than him. Clay was making more than him. Steph didn't get the mad thing deal until he signed like the $200 million deal. But mate, just check.
Apparently
I
the
feel like
AI
he's always
overview-
signed team-friendly deals, though.
The AI overview says Steph did approximately earn 11 million per year during a crucial part of his career, specifically from 13-14 season through to the 16-17 season.
See?
So he
I know
signed a
my team.
team-friendly deal due to concerns over his ankle
Ankles.
injuries.
Boom, I knew my team well.
I ain't gonna
That's
lie, they kind
why-
of lowballed that, though.
No, but Dej, that's because I remember him having an interview and they were saying, "Oh, do you not feel like you're underpaid?" And he literally said, he said, "Boy, how could I complain about making $11 million a year? Like, do you not know what $11 million a year is?"
This is before he'd won MVP and then the championships.
But
Okay,
he
cool.
won MVP on this contract.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
You get what
Yeah.
I mean? So this was the reason why they could do these deals, because Steph was on 44 mil over 4 years, and then obviously everyone else could get paid. So they got paid. They then win the championship. They then get KD, right? KD can be paid, because remember Steph got paid after KD came.
Yeah.
So KD came, KD can take his bread. Cool. Steph can now take the money, because remember Steph got paid in between. This is when KD was on like 36 mil a year. I think he went on the mad thing. But then Steph got paid in between that time. Yeah. And then Steph has been getting paid properly for like the last 8 years. I'll be real. He might have made like 400 mil over the last 8 years, but he's been getting paid properly.
Yeah,
for like the last
I
8
remember
years.
when his ones, when anytime it's a madness of the door, I'm like, that's why when you said the 11 million a year, I was like, I don't remember that. But then obviously it was before he won MVP before they won title, but it was in that mist because what did it say?
Yes.
Was it 17, 18 this ended or so?
Yeah. It was for like 4 years.
No, 16, 17. So the
The
year
year
it
we did win.
ended, they
The
signed
year we
KD.
won. Yes. Do you get what
Yeah.
I mean? And
Yeah.
so that's what I'm trying to say. So they had the leeway to do that because we drafted well. That's the only reason why the Warriors are lucky in aspects. And that's why they could make so much money. They weren't paying out a load of money.
Yeah.
So they could make a load of money, and they could bring in key role players from everywhere who were going to be paid more than a superstar, because Steph
Yeah.
was on that deal.
But for instance, someone like Draymond on another team, he would have got paid even more.
100%.
So like that shows like he put down his ego to get a little bit less as well. Probably
But
the same for Clay along those lines. But
I
again,
think they also understood.
go on, sorry.
I think they also understood what comes with winning. You can make way more money off the court if you win. And if you're part of this organization, you can do a lot more around this area, and you can be a staple and make money here.
Silicon Valley, yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas if you go and move to, okay, cool, Milwaukee are going to pay you a lot more money, but bro, what the hell you got going on in Milwaukee? No disrespect to
Hey,
Milwaukee, but I hear people cussing
let's
Milwaukee and
not
Memphis.
start that conversation before, because LeBron said something about Memphis, and then boom, bam. I think, what did he say? Milwaukee and Memphis are the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But
worst.
that's why I'm
worst
just saying these
cities.
two places. That's why I'm just saying those two places. So you get what I mean? It's like, you understand, if you take less in a certain place, the opportunities are going to be greater.
Do you know
Off the
how
court.
this convo started though? It's so funny. It's talking about how difficult it is for teams to maintain how good they are now. And then it's all linked basically from the
Mhm.
awards aspect to the teams staying together. Like,
But that's what makes the league competitive, though.
yeah,
'Cause-
like
Because the only reason they can't stay together is because there's a cap.
this year we've legit got, I'd say maybe we're yet to see the Pistons this year in the playoffs, innit? But if you wanted to say the top 2 seeds in both conferences can win the championship, as well as the Nuggets, like Do you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can't really argue it. Just
I'd say anyone in the East can get to the finals. I'll be real. I don't trust it. Like the Celtics look like the best team on paper, but Atlanta are good.
Happens with them
Charlotte
though.
look all right. Like
they're,
even
they're
Charlotte looked
definitely
good this year. You
they're
gotta admit.
definitely favorites. But then we saw the Knicks beat them last year, innit? So
That's the thing. Cleveland, you can't count them out. Obviously, they've
I
got
can't
Harden
trust
now.
Cleveland at all
I,
yet.
I know, I know. You get what I
Yeah,
mean. You can't
for
count them
obvious
out.
reasons, really.
You can't count them out.
Even before Harden, we've seen the Cavs the last couple years be the 1 or 2 seed in the East, and then they just
You throw
rumble.
it away.
Like,
No, you're not
and then
wrong.
you're adding on a Harden who's got a bad playoff narrative around his name, even though he has had some great playoff games. But in terms of closing out key series, so like the Cavs, boy, I hope they do well. I really do.
Mm,
But then, yeah, the Knicks, the Knicks are weird because you'd expect them to have been winning this East this year, but now they're starting to try and win games again because they've got the talent. So, but East, it'll be
the East
interesting
wide
to see
open.
how the Pistons look in the playoffs when Cade comes back.
East wide open. I'll be honest. I think this is going to be one of the best playoffs for a while because I'm not sold on anyone in the
What
That's the good
East.
part about it, though.
for both of you, is that in both conferences?
I think anyone can win. I think anyone can win it.
For me, it's in both conferences still.
I agree with you.
I think the Pacers, from what they did last year, they show we shouldn't underestimate anyone.
Yeah, of course.
100%.
You saw
But
the way
then
we was
again,
watching those playoffs.
yeah, those are those teams that are like, again, Pacers, OKC, they're all fairly similar in the whole team needs to rise, innit? You get me?
Mm.
And then
Correct.
their big players will do the big time. Halliburton's playoffs last year, I'm annoyed he's out this season.
Yeah.
He
I
went
just
on
don't
a
think I think the league's changed so much in terms of you don't rely on one key player anymore to do everything. You get what I mean? How it was at one point. I feel like those teams are being driven out more, and the teams are the ones that are thriving and have more success right now.
I feel like the thing that's gone out is the big three.
Right.
So teams that they'll have their star player, but they're building
Of course.
around. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, say again, going back, the top 3 teams in the West, the Thunder, Spurs, and Nuggets, they've all got their definitive star players. Do you know what I mean? And then they're building like proper.
But there's stars
I say
around them.
building proper teams. The Nuggets are just like Jokic is so good he can near enough mold a team by just the way he plays, isn't it?
Mhm. It's true. It's true. I just feel like there's budding stars around the league. Obviously, Detroit, they got 2 stars coming up. Obviously, Celtics 2 stars. You would say Cavs 2 stars if you want to include Harden. Still, you go Harden, Donovan Mitchell. You say 2 stars.
Get your Harden jersey, bro.
That was
Even
his
Atlanta,
somehow, mate.
bro. Even Atlanta, you got Jalen Johnson. You got
They're going to be very interesting next season. Obviously, they can make noise this playoffs because I think they might match up with the Cavs in the 4-5,
yeah.
and they can actually beat the Cavs. But they can be very interesting next year.
That's the thing. Even down to the Charlotte Hornets, you got
They're fun as
LaMelo
hell to
Ball.
watch, bro. I love watching them.
That's the thing, but you got stars there now. You get what I mean? You've got stars all around the league. So I feel like it's a balancing act. And why I'm liking the NBA more and more this year is everyone isn't playing the exact same way. Everyone's got some form of style to them. I know it's always 3-and-D and that's the way of the game, but there's more mid-range, there's more things that we used to see coming back into the game. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is what I wanted to see. I don't want to just see the same old stuff because everyone can't be what the Golden State Warriors were in 2016-17. Let that be gone. Everyone can't be the triangle offense that Kobe and Michael Jordan also ran. Bulls, Phil Jackson's offense. Everyone can't be that. Everyone can't be that. Start being your own teams and running your own systems and see where it gets you. And I think that people are doing that, and that's why you're seeing so much competitiveness. For me, it's good.
I'm very much looking forward to the playoffs. I think it starts next Saturday on the 18th.
Yeah.
So if you had to pick a winner though, actually, you know what? if you had to pick your finals or matchup,
Everyone healthy.
everyone the way they are right now.
God.
I mean, selfishly, I'd want the Lakers because of LeBron, but that shows unless
pipe.
Luca comes back from Europe, and they inject whatever they inject in his hamstring, because obviously I believe he's in Spain if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
sorting out his hamstring because they've got rules that the NBA don't allow, so obviously he's there. So if from a selfish point of view, LeBron, Luca in it, because Luca's my guy as well, bro. Like Jacob said, the NBA is a team game, and Luca doesn't get enough credit for dragging poor teams to conference finals and NBA finals.
Mm-hmm.
But
Done it
he
before.
has to win. He has to win. Like Luca's got more All NBAs than Bear Man,
Then
even
Steph
more than
Curry.
Steph. Not even taking a shot at Steph, but he's got more
No,
first teams
yeah.
than Steph. Do you know
He
what I mean?
does.
So,
It's
but from
impressive.
another semi-selfish point of view, I think in terms of I think the best matchup will be Celtics OKC, because I feel like those teams can really balance. I say
You,
balance
you,
each
you
other
just
out.
want to see 7 games.
I think
Slightly,
OKC
yes.
I think OKC this year will wash them though.
Don't know.
I think that might be the matchup, but I think OKC this year will actually kick their asses because Tatum ain't gonna be back to what he is, and
It's going to take him
I
a
feel
while.
like
feel like
I feel like in a way, the way Jaylen Brown's playing, this is why I didn't. You know, what, Dej, if he's your MVP, so be it. The way Jaylen Brown's playing, I feel like Tatum's accepted being the second fiddle officially just right now because he's easing. Bro, Jaylen Brown had 40 the other day, and Tatum had a big 20-point triple double. I was like, bro, you just came back from Achilles, bruv. Like, Tatum's getting warm again. He's getting warm, and we know the Celtics. They've got the length on the wings to defend everything. Selfishly, obviously, if the Lakers don't win it, and I'm rambling, I'd want the Nuggets to win it. So Jokic is firmly in top 10 conversations. I'm not going to
He's in
end
there.
nothing else because I know it's going to piss him
he
off
has to win
even
4.
more. Huh?
They'll say he has to win 4. They only let Steph in when he's won 4, so Jokic has to win 4 too.
Nah, because Jokic is the best of skilled big man ever. He's one of the best offensive players ever. Like,
Brother, he's going down as the best center ever. I'll be real. Let's just be.
He's the basketball genius.
Yeah, man.
They'll be like, but he can't defend Shaq. F that. That man can't stop. You see what he done to Wemby? Everyone that's been campaigning for Wemby, bruv. Wemby was out of gas when he come against the main man. Obviously, Wemby was great that night as well. Oh, hell of a game. Hell of a game.
People are crazy. Man said you can't defend Shaq. No one could.
That's the thing.
No one could. Why are you asking one man that just plays now to do it? No one else could.
He was
Exactly.
Shaq for a reason, man.
But guess what? Have you seen anyone guard Jokic yet?
I mean, they put the best defensive player on him. In 3 games now, Jokic averages a 40-point triple-double on Wemby.
There you
And
go.
this is some people's best defensive player of all time in terms of
There
talent.
you go. There you have
And
it.
Jokic said, hold my bear, bruv. And his is legit bear because in the off-season, he's just drinking beer and riding horses, bruv. So
This is the thing. This is the thing, man. Oh, man, the thing is, though, Dej, to your question, I probably got the Celtics. And right now, I've got Celtics and OKC. But I feel like anyone, if Cade's healthy and he comes back, I feel like the Pistons will be in the finals. And I feel like the Spurs will be in the finals. I do feel like that was my finals matchup. I want to watch the Spurs versus the Pistons. But I don't know the extent of Wemby's injury today. So I don't know yet. And I feel like the Celtics have the experience to get there over everyone else in the East. And OKC are just, when it comes to playoff time, everyone can defend, everyone plays offense. It's the best team in basketball.
My matchup was going to be Detroit and OKC. Because the way Detroit have performed this season has been outstanding. Even though Cade Cunningham's injured, I believe he'll come back for the playoffs. and I think I think it will only take him a few games to get him up to speed as well. And OKC, for me, they're still dominant in it, even though they're only 2 games ahead of the Spurs. Yeah, that's just a hell of a team.
I think
on
OKC
that,
wants. I think I'm just a quick one. I think OKC want the Spurs to get knocked out before they even have to face them.
so I was gonna say
Yeah,
on that.
it's very possible.
Yeah.
Obviously, Spurs have beat them 4 out of 5 times this season.
Mm.
Do you think that will come into effect in the postseason, or if they were to match up? Because if they did, it will only be Western Conference final, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the lights will hit the Spurs. The bright lights, I think, might hit the Spurs. I think it might affect them.
Who do you see knocking them off if there's a team in the playoffs doing it? In the West,
Who knocking
anyway.
off OKC?
Nah, the Spurs before they get to play OKC.
Do you know? This is bold, yeah. This is very bold, but I can see them going out in the first round.
To who? To who?
Whoever they play in the first round.
Well, they won't have an opponent.
It's
They won't have
it'll
an
likely
opponent
be
yet.
the Suns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You sure about that,
It'll
Dej?
be a playing opponent, won't it? So I'm just.
No, the only reason why I say that is I think if the lights are going to hit them, it's going to hit them in the first round.
Or they'll just blow away as it. I think the problem for them would be the Clippers. If the Clippers get the 7th seed.
Do you think that they don't have enough? I don't think they have enough gusto down low to deal with Wemby. I think Kawhi's there, but I don't think they have enough bit in the paint.
No, I agree. I still have the Spurs, but I feel like if there's gonna be an upset, it will be only the Clippers in one of those slots that can beat them in the first
Okay, I
round.
get you. Yeah, no, I get you.
Nah, I think any one of them can beat the Spurs in an
Nah,
upset though. Upset
they'll
for a reason.
they'll 4-0 the Suns, bruv. Sorry, they'll 4-0 the Suns.
They're also 4-0 the Warriors if we get there.
you lot can't be the 7th seed anyway.
You don't got to climb a mountain, bro.
But they could also be the 1 seed, innit? They
and
could still be the 1 seed.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
They can still be the 1 seed, though. Still.
I think you asked the only team. What team do you think we can beat? The Spurs. Well, it'll be second round. The Nuggets at this rate, because Nuggets are 3rd seed, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the thing, when it gets to this point, you start trying to lose a game just to try and figure out your positioning.
Yeah, but like these lot, because realistically, second round is gonna be OKC or not. The Nuggets for me are the only team I can say with my chest that can beat either OKC or the Spurs. And that's
because
because
the
of the
Rockets ain't good enough.
Huh?
The Rockets ain't good enough.
Nah.
Timberwolves, nah.
We don't know. Obviously, they've got the last 2 Western Conference Finals, but Ant doesn't seem healthy right now.
Yeah, even if he was healthy, I wouldn't pit their team above.
Now, I wouldn't
3.
pick them, but they've got experience from last year. They were the 6th seed, and then they made the conference finals. They made it again the year before.
Yeah. Obviously, the Spurs, yeah. It's a great organization, so I feel like they'll be prepared.
If the Lakers were fully healthy and they held on to that 3rd seed and they faced the Spurs, and if they'd faced the Spurs in the second round, which would have been the matchup, I think the Spurs would have won, but they're the only ones that I feel like would have, not the only ones, they would have given them problem because of their experience versus the youth. And that's it. But again, once these young G's get out of the way, like
Yeah, that's it,
they
man.
had their
It's
growing
over
pains
for
the
them.
year before, innit?
One team that I want to mention the Eastern Conference.
In what conference?
In the Eastern Conference. In the Eastern Conference.
No, don't do that.
The Philadelphia 76ers. Let me tell you, fellas, if they manage to stay their asses healthy throughout this playoff run, you can see them in the finals. They might have the best actual team in terms of depth going, because their starting lineup is dangerous. If Joel Embiid Maxi and Paul George stay healthy,
Well, you're done right
the
there,
East
mate.
have a problem on their hands.
You finished that Embiid.
No, but hey, look, hey,
Do you
I'm
know?
just
As soon as you said 76ers, I was like, this guy's looking at the paper too much.
no. I promise you, if they, because they're most likely gonna buck the Celtics first round. If they manage to deal with the Celtics first round, it's a problem.
You can promise me you want, bro. It's not your promise to make. It's Embiid's,
No, but he's looking good, bro.
Yeah.
Remember when
If he
Harden
can,
was on that team? He's looking good till he's not, bro.
No, but he's looking good right now.
I'm
As in at the
familiar
right
with his
time.
game.
Nah, but remember, he's come on now, Dej. He's looking good today, as in like it's the right time to look good.
And he's older
he
than
is.
before.
He is.
Forget
But
about it, bro.
he could just then magically miss the next 2 games.
Bro, magically miss.
They'll tell you 1 minute before tip off and beat us out.
You think they put that 65 game rule in, yeah, for anyone? It's people like him, bro.
Look, you know he's never playing the amount of games ever again. He won his MVP. He's happy. He's done. That was his goal.
And he's got his gold medal. He's done.
Nah, he's not done yet. He's not done yet.
Don't get me wrong. On it, the hypothetical sounds brilliant. Like for them to compete, not even win the East, for them to compete, and the thought of them, because they've got a very good starting lineup. Do you know what I mean? You've named their players, including VJ Edcombe, like great rookie that's coming around great players, but it's just like they're two big boys on the dollars. Like someone actually, sorry, on Paul George, someone said the other day
Paul George
that
as well, you know. I didn't even get onto him.
if he has a good postseason, the NBA needs to investigate because the PEDs that he took, it might come into effect in the postseason. And some media people have been saying it, and I've always thought this, going off a tangent before we finish, but when is it that PEDs kick in certain sports? Do you know, they gave him a 25-game ban. Imagine it comes into full effect.
I'll be honest, bro. It actually depends on the cycle, you know.
Bro, imagine Paul George goes crazy in the playoffs, bro.
Because he might have actually done it for the playoffs, you know.
Yeah.
Imagine he did.
The Sixers said, look, we'll give you something. Just make sure you're ready for this time.
Trust me,
We're going to
man.
need you. And B might be on the same shit. Who knows?
But the drugs didn't account for Paul George's injury history.
Yeah, but he can play through it now.
No drug can make you play through that.
What are you saying? If Paul George goes crazy this postseason, they need to induct him for the enhanced games, yeah?
Bro, they need to contact him immediately.
Oh, man.
They might as well race him against Fred Curley, fam.
Bro, create a sport for him to enter the enhanced games.
Even that Fred Curley.
All right,
I said 76ers, you know. I can't believe you, Jacob.
Don't sleep on them, man.
I've slept.
Jacob, it's not me sleeping. It's whether they wake up for the game. I know Tyrese Maxey will. I don't know about the other man.
The Harden ain't there no more. They got playoff performers.
No, bro. You don't have playoff performers.
Yeah, Paul George when he's Paul George playoff. Paul George was no. Forget that stuff. When he was a playoff performer, he wasn't calling himself playoff P. When he was Paul George, that's when he was a performer. Playoff P. What? I don't want to see that.
You get me?
He called himself that nonsense. Paul George from the Pacers was a serious man.
Yeah, that was like over 10 years ago, mate.
I know, but he was a serious man. He took the PEDs to get himself the Pacers. Paul George.
He was looking for money back then, man.
Joel Embiid's got one last dance in him. He's got 20 games to go. One last dance in them knees. And Tyrese Maxey got a whole career gonna have to go because he's a sensational basketball player. And VJ Edgecombe, serious man as well. We'll see. Hopefully.
I like your optimism for them because on paper their team should be challenging to win the East, but I literally could just be getting ready to watch their game, and as they're walking out for tip-off, shaking each other's hands, if Embiid walks off the court and they say he's
You're
got a
not
mysterious
surprised.
injury,
You just have to believe
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
so, but I saw one postseason he had bowel issues or some form of injury. Anyway, but
Hard to keep up.
yeah. What you saying? Song of the week.
Yes, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Who wants to go first?
You can go first,
Mm.
Jacob.
Okay, cool. My song of the week this week is from Tabanka Jazz, Angola music, and it's called Rusga D 7.30. Let me tell you, you'll be moving and grooving, and you'll never lose.
Okay, mine is Le Fonse, artist called Culture, and the song is called Minimue. Minimue. Minimue.
Okay. My one is from Lian Lahavas, and it's called Is Your Love Big Enough?
Where is she from? Since we're doing countries.
Leanne Lahavas, I know that. I know her. I don't know her
Ah,
personally. But
good question.
Well, I just wanted to see if you completed like the trifecta of all
no, she's British.
non-UK
She's British. I
artists.
know that. I know that artist. She's British.
Oh. Look at his eyes, bruv.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. Beautiful voice.
Yeah, no, she Leanne Lahavas, like, yeah. She's
Lian Lahavas,
she's
yeah.
definitely British. Yeah, she's definitely British.
Latina.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you all for listening, tuning in, watching, as Dej likes to say.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
And Jacob,
Like and subscribe.
what they said, hit those buttons, get in the comments, and we will keep on delivering. But right now, it is after midnight, and the boys, we gotta sleep. We gotta sleep. So, Joe, I'm signing out like the 76ers postseason.
That was wonderfully done. Dej signing out.
Jacob signing out. Hopefully Embiid and them man come to the party.
Hey.
Cancun on free.
Boy.
Oh, thank you for listening. I said Cancun, I'm free.